What's up, y'all? This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here and we got another video for y'all. Y'all be sure to smash the like button as you come in the building. Turn on your notifications. Um, Go follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at KO Boxing 86 TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction that you want me to do for you, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. And please don't forget about our live shows. We had a fire live show last night. We go live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and live every Thursday night. So I'll be live tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Time for our live show. It's the TKO prediction show. I will be predicting the upcoming fights for this week. As you can see below, the prediction record is intact, and it's a very good one. So you don't want to miss the show tonight as we break down and predict all the upcoming fights for this weekend. And then I'm also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get into our video so we can get on out the way, and get you guys back to your day. And so in this video, the topic that we're going to be discussing is there are reports coming out that Devin Haney versus George Kambosos is going to go down October the 15th. But then Devin Haney directly contradicted that report, and the report came from Michael Benson. But Devin Haney directly contradicted that report, and that same report also came from Dan Raphael. But Devin Haney immediately comes out, contradicts the report. In his exact words, he quoted the tweet, and he retweeted it, and he says, "Cap, I ain't heard or agreed to nothing." So let's break it all down. Let's talk about it, and give y'all my thoughts. Look, man. Devin Haney versus George Kambosos proved to be a one-sided fight in which Devin Haney put hands and feet all over George Kambosos Jr. As a fight fan, do I want to see the fight again? Was it entertaining? Does it have rematch value? Is the first fight a fight that you can just replay and rewatch? No, bro. I would rather see Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko, or Devin Haney versus Tank Davis, or Devin Haney use his status as the undisputed champion and move up and challenge Josh Taylor. I mean, these are all better fights. We all know that. But Devin Haney signed a contract, bro. Devin Haney signed up, and one of the things that he was bragging about, one of the things that his father and manager and leader of his promotion company, Devin Haney Promotions, the things that they were bragging about is that they signed up to do it twice. Not only did we say that we will fight George Kambosos and take less money, we believe in ourselves so much we signed up to do it twice. And one thing that I know for certain, two things for sure, is that George Kambosos has invoked that rematch clause that the Haneys agreed to. And so, while I love Devin Haney, I hate to tell him the ball isn't in his court, man. It's not in his court right now. Jose, G. Parker, Chef Sosa, Jay Grant, Batman, what up? 817 in the building. The ball is not in his court, bro. It's not. So the only way that he can get out of this fight is what I've been telling y'all. Bob Arum is gonna have to convince Lou DiBella to convince George Kambosos to step aside, bro. That's the most realistic and best option if this fight is gonna be pushed to the side so that Devin Haney can go pursue other opportunities that he feels are bigger opportunities for him. This report, even though Devin Haney is contradicting it, you know who was on the Boxing Voice yesterday morning and basically agreed with this report? Devin Haney's manager, Bill Haney, went on the Boxing Voice and he said, since nobody gonna step up, Devin looking like he gonna have to fight George Kambosos. Now, I got a problem with part of that statement. The whole nobody gonna step up. And see, this is where Terrence Crawford fans and Devin Haney fans, this is what they have in common, bro. They push narratives and they twist their words in a way. If you Bill Haney, you twist your words in a way to make it seem like people is ducking your son and don't nobody want to fight him. And so as a result, he got to fight George Kambosos. That's not true, bro. That's just patently false. People ain't stepping up because you are already contractually obligated. In what world do we live in? The only people I seen doing that since I started this channel was when Anthony Joshua was trying to make a fight with Tyson Fury, knowing that Tyson Fury already had a contract with Deontay Wilder. And how did that work out for him? He ended up having mud on his face. He had shit on his face because the shit didn't fall through. Why would anybody step up if you got a contract? Like, say that. I don't know what's so hard about saying that, because y'all was saying that shit well before you beat George Kambosos. Leading up to the first fight, it was a selling point. We signed up to do it twice. Devin Haney is such a warrior. Devin Haney is such the man. He's willing to take less money, and he's got a rematch clause one way with George Kambosos. That's how you know Devin Haney want the smoke. That's what people like Jay Grant Jr. was saying. That's what his fans were saying before the fight. But now after the fight, oh man, Devin Haney, he only fighting George Kambosos, but don't nobody want to fight him. Don't nobody want to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the man. Don't nobody want to fight him. Everybody ducking him. But hold up. You didn't say that before the fight. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. The reason he's fighting George Kambosos and not Vasily Lomachenko, the reason that these reports are coming out that he's fighting Kambosos on October 15th, like I told y'all the whole time, is because he signed up to do it. No one in their right mind is going to try to negotiate with you, is going to try to make a fight with you, knowing that behind the scenes, you already got a fight coming up, bro. They can try to negotiate for a fight after. They can try to do that. So these reports, Bill Haney basically saying the shit, but trying to spin it in a way where people are ducking his son. And no shade to him. He's supposed to do it. He's supposed to do it because there are guys like Jay Grant Jr. and my OG coach and many others that will run with that shit. They will believe that shit. So he doing his job because he get him a little army going and they will echo his message. Hey, man, the only reason Devin Haney fighting Kambosos because Tank is scared to fight him. The only reason Devin Haney is fighting George Kambosos is because Vasily Lomachenko don't want no smoke. That's why he fighting him. Oh, all right, but y'all don't want to talk about the signed contract and shit. Y'all don't want to talk about that, though. Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about that shit. That ain't why. It ain't that. It ain't that. It ain't that why they ain't fighting him. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't got nothing to do with he signed up to fight a dude twice, and the dude he signed up to fight twice said, I want my rematch. It ain't got shit to do with that. It's because them other people ain't stepping up. And if y'all buy it, bro. That's on y'all. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to rock out with that shit, man, rock out with it. I ain't going to stop you. I ain't going to stop you. I'm going to tell you it's bullshit. And I'm gonna keep my opinion that's sound, that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, who is it looking like is right, me or you? When I told y'all after Kambosos and Lou DiBella said on Showtime, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. He said during Hall of Fame week when they were interviewing him, because he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, right? Lou DiBella said, if I know anything about George Kambosos, my fighter, he is going to invoke his rematch clause. Then George Kambosos came around and he invoked his rematch clause. And I told all y'all hated to hear it, but it's the truth. I told all y'all, I said, look, man, y'all listening to the wrong people. Y'all listening to Bill and Devin and shit, act like they got options. You need to be listening to George Kambosos. Until George Kambosos say he's stepping aside or he gonna let Devin do X, Y, and Z and he gonna fight the winner, until you hear him say something like that, bro, the ball is in his court and it's on the people on Devin Haney's team to get him to do that. And the only way to get him to do that is you got to pay him what he will make in a fight with Devin Haney or somewhere close to it. And it looked like, and then think if you Bob Arum and you top rank, why would you pay or why would you even offer George Kambosos to step aside when you know Devin Haney can beat his ass? Why would you pay George Kambosos not to fight when you know all he got is a snowball's chance in hell? The only shot he got of beating your fighter, Devin Haney, is to close his eyes, throw an overhead right, and hope that Devin Haney forget how to box for a split second, get caught, hurt him, he can't recover, and knock him out. That's his only shot to win a fight in Devin Haney. If you Bob Arum and his matchmakers, you know that shit. So why would you make the dumbass decision to be like, hey, I know my fighter will stomp this dude. I know he will beat his ass. So instead of making the fight and getting at least some money back, instead of making the fight and getting some money back, we just gonna pay the fighter that I know my fighter will beat up. We just gonna pay him to step aside. Who would do that shit? I'm dead ass serious, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop this shit. What promoter, especially one of the caliber of Bob Arum, say what you want about the man, but he been around in boxing for a long ass time for a reason. He's still currently one of, if not the best promoter in boxing. There's a debate to be had, right? There's a debate to be had, but why would someone as astute and as smart in boxing as Bob Arum be like, look, I know my fighter will beat this dude ass. I know he'll beat his ass. But I'm going to forego the opportunity to make money off of the fight, and I'm going to pay the fighter that I know going to get his ass whooped, I'm going to pay him money not to fight. Bruh, Oscar De La Hoya wouldn't even do that dumbass shit. I don't even know who run Triller, and I don't even know if Triller is still around, bro. Triller wouldn't do that dumbass shit. Triller wouldn't even do that shit, bro. But y'all want me to believe. Okay, so that's the best option, right? It's for Bob Arum to get Kambosos to step aside. And I just explained to you why that's not in Bob Arum or Top Rank's best interest and why they wouldn't do that shit. And I felt like I gave damn good reasons. If I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong, right? So we got that out the way. The other option is for Devin Haney and Bill Haney. The other option to get out the Kambosos fight. The only other option is for Devin Haney to say, yo, Bob, I know you got me for 2 more fights. And I know you want me to go ahead and fight Kambosos so Top Rank can have control over all the belts in the lightweight division. But I don't care. I'm going to drop them hoes. I'm dropping them bitches. And I'm going to let them disperse. So the zone can have a shot at 1 or 2. PBC can have a shot at 1 or 2. But I'm going to drop them hoes. And then when I drop them hoes, you still going to act in my best interest. I'm going to trust you. If I drop these belts and go against the contract, I'm going to trust that you're going to act in my best interest. You still going to get me good fights. What y'all think going to happen? Y'all think Bob would do that shit, man? Y'all think if Devin Haney dropped them belts, Bob Abrams going to be happy and shit? And he going to get him a big fight? He going to make sure he get great fight dates? Because he did that with Mikey Garcia, right? Like he treated Mikey Garcia real well when Mikey Garcia went against him. He did Teofimo Lopez real well. Teofimo Lopez stayed active. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum still talked him up, still promoted him well. Teofimo first fight at 140. It's a big fight, right? It's a big ass fight. Bob Arum, when you go against the grain with Bob Arum, when you go against the grain with Bob Arum, yeah, man, Bob is he gonna look out for you, right? He ain't petty. He ain't petty at all, right? So I ask y'all, are these multiple reports of the fight being done in October 15th being near done, and that's what they talking about? George Kambosos invoking his rematch clause. Are they capping? Is everybody capping? Or is Bill Haney and Devin Haney still just trying to make it seem like Devin got options? Like Devin running around this whole trying to just make every big fight? Giving you guys the illusion that there's something else that they could do other than fight George Kambosos? I just ask a simple question. Which one is it? Which one is it? Just food for thought. But anyway, man, you know, that's all I wanted to say to y'all, man, on this short video. Look, man, none of us want this fight, bro. Nobody wants to see Devin Haney outbox George Kambosos 11 rounds to 1 or 12 rounds to 0. Nobody wants to see it. But it's what they signed up for. And we cannot, as boxing fans, we can't be advocating for fighters to not honor their contracts. Because I know what nobody in here advocating for Tyson Fury to fight Anthony Joshua. Everybody wanted him to honor what he signed with Deontay. So the fight fan in me don't want to see it. But the man in me is saying, Devin, just go beat his ass again, bro. Just go beat his ass again. You understand what I'm saying? And so my brother Leon said they might threaten to have Devin move up and then Chef Kambosos if he don't back down. I don't think so, though, Leon. Why would Bob do that? Bob love for show fights for his fighter, and we always got to keep this in the back of our mind. Bob's main goal is to get Lomachenko a shot at all them belts. And by having Devin move up to do something else, you see what the WBA is doing? They starting to move. The IBF, the WBC, Bob don't control those sanctioning bodies. By doing that, he run the risk of one of them saying, oh, no, he can't move up. Shit, we ordering this fight. Oh, no, he can't move up. We ordering that fight. So I don't think that's an option for Devin, bro. I wish it was. I mean, who don't want to see Devin Haney versus Josh Taylor? Or Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez? Or Devin Haney versus Jose Zepeda? Or Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez? Who don't want to see Devin Haney versus Lomachenko? What's that I just named? Like 5 fights that we want to see over Kambosos? Devin Haney versus Tank Davis at the top of that list. Who don't want to see those fights over George Kambosos, bro? We all do. But what I've been saying And what I've been telling you guys is we got to be realistic. King David, what up? And realistically, bro, he fighting Kambosos, bro. He fighting Kambosos. So, I believe. So, with all that being said, I believe the reports are true. I do believe that Devin Haney is angry. He don't want to fight Kambosos, but I believe that young man has integrity, and I believe he's gonna go through with the fight. Go ahead and get him out the way and move on with his career. And Bob Arum, he's for this fight. Don't let nobody tell you that he's not. He's for this fight. Bob Arum don't just waste money. He ain't finna pay step aside money to get Devin Haney out of a fight that he know Devin Haney gonna win, bro. He know Kambosos can't do shit with Devin Haney. So why would you pay Kambosos not to fight? You would just waste money like that. At least by fighting, you can try to get some of the money back with the venue and people watching it and the live gate. At least you get to try to make some of the money that you got to pay these fighters back. Whereas if you pay Kambosos step aside money, then you pay Devin Haney for another fight. You got to hope that Devin Haney's fight, that whatever you make for him, you got to hope that it covers him, covers his opponents, covers the card, and you got to hope that that shit somehow makes up for what you had to pay Kambosos not to fight. That shit ain't going, like, that shit don't make no sense. Bob Arum ain't doing that dumbass shit, bro. He not doing that. And the other options, as we told y'all, Devin Haney, bro, he did not, I repeat, he did not try to run down on Lomachenko, run down on Teofimo, run down on Kambosos. When he was running down on Kambosos, he was tweeting left and right, begging people, hey, don't let them rob this from me. Y'all know I deserve this fight with Kambosos. He wanted undisputed bad than a mug, bro. He did not want that shit that bad, go through all this shit to get all these belts just to be like, yeah, now I'm willing to drop them hoes as soon as I get them. Ain't nobody doing that shit, bro. So nothing makes sense when you want to follow the sport, bro. When you want to be right on your proclamations outside the ring, you got to follow money and you got to follow what makes business sense, bro. And what makes the most sense for Top Rank, what makes the most sense for Devin Haney right now is to just get Kambosos' ass out the way, beat his ass. It's a low-risk fight for you. It's an easy bag. It puts it to where you're in no threat of losing your belts. And it's what you got to do. It just kind of is what it is. You got a big fight coming. They bringing Loma back in October for a reason. You gonna get the Loma fight. That's gonna be his third fight, y'all. He gonna fight Kambosos, and then Bob gonna give Loma a shot. He gonna give Loma a shot at them belts. After that, I don't know what's next. But I believe it is safe to say that Haney's fighting the October rematch with Kambosos. Loma's coming back in October to fight a tune-up. It's putting them on the same schedule. And then in the spring of next year, spring of 2023, April, May or some shit, maybe March, but somewhere within those 3 months, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, bro. That's what's happening here. Miami Kid J, you could be right. Maybe Haney versus Loma is big enough for that. But if you Bob, why take that chance when you don't have to? Like, that's a chance. Even if you recoup that money by making Haney versus Loma and paying Kambosos step aside money, you still make more money as a promotional company with 2 fights versus 1 fight. If you pay Kambosos and you only make the Haney and Loma fight, or you pay Kambosos, but you pay him because you go ahead and make Devin Haney versus Kambosos, then after that make Devin Haney versus Loma, which one gonna make you more money? 2 fights where you have a card with Haney versus Kambosos and then Haney versus Loma, or one card where you have Haney versus Loma, but you still had to pay Kambosos step aside money. What's smarter business? 2 fight cards where you can make money and pay 3 fighters, or 1 fight card where you can pay money to 3 fighters? It's the 2 fight cards, bro. It's 2 fight cards. And you already seen the fight. I want everyone to remember how close the odds were with Devin Haney and George Kambosos when they fought. Them odds were close. Devin Haney was like a -200. Kambosos was like a +1 something when the first fight got made. When this second fight get made, bro, go look at the odds. Devin Haney gonna be like a -1,000 favorite, bro. Maybe even a little bit better. He gonna be a huge favorite, bro. I don't think so, JA. I don't think that's a pay-per-view fight. Neither one of them have ever been on pay-per-view. That's a big-time ESPN fight. That's gonna get a lot of views. Nobody, look, bro, and I don't want to make this about Tank. I might do another video on it, or I might talk about it in my live stream tonight, because I didn't really get a chance to talk about it. We started debating Tank and Devin, and it went left. So I might talk about this at the beginning of the prediction show tonight. But JA, bro, if we keeping it a buck, there isn't a single fighter that's fighting at 130, that's fighting at 135, or that's fighting at 140 pounds that will be on pay-per-view unless they fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, bro. Not one of them. Take your favorite, whoever you think it is. Take whoever you think can beat him. Take whoever you think is supposed to be the quote-unquote man at a weight class. Nobody. Not Loma, not Haney, not Ryan Garcia, not Shakur Stevenson. Shit, Shakur Stevenson talking about Ryan gonna make him a pay-per-view star. Not Josh Taylor, not Regis. Nobody from 130 to 140 is fighting on pay-per-view unless they fighting Tank Davis. That includes a Loma versus Haney fight. Loma versus Haney is a little bit bigger than Loma versus Teofimo, bro. I'm just being real. Like, Haney fans don't want to hear this shit. They want him to have more fans and a bigger fan base than what he got and shit. And I understand that, bro. But come on, bro. Like, that's not a pay-per-view fight. You don't take 2 fighters that ain't never been on pay-per-view. They ain't never really just packed out a huge venue like that. Like, you start with that shit. They don't even get people like Devin Haney versus Loma. Show me they can sell out like T-Mobile or some shit and not the MGM Garden Arena. Show me they can sell out the T-Mobile. You know, let them put 15,000 in Staples Center or some shit before we start talking about Loma versus Haney on pay-per-view. And that's a fact, JA. That's what I'm saying. That's why Bob ain't doing that dumbass shit, bro. Bob ain't doing that shit, bro. He say, so where the big money come from? That's why Bob ain't doing that shit. Look, man, in the business of boxing, bro, when you got an easy mandatory challenge or an easy rematch for your A-side fighter, bro, you don't pay step-aside money for that shit, bro. Step-aside money is paid to dangerous fights. Step-aside money is paid to fights that are way bigger, right? That's what it's paid for. So when they were offering step-aside money to Anthony Yarde so that Canelo can fight Sergey Kovalev, they were willing. Now, Yarde turned it down and fought Kovalev, almost knocked him out, but he got beat. But they were willing to do that because they knew Canelo was going to generate enough money to cover the step-aside money and still let them make money off of the fight. They don't know that about Haney and Loma. And Kambosos isn't nearly as dangerous for Devin Haney as Anthony Yarde was for Sergey Kovalev. We have data. We saw the first fight. There isn't any promoter worth his weight in gold that's gonna pay step aside money for an easy ass fight, bro. When you could just do the easy ass fight and try to make money off of it, and then just go into the next fight. It ain't like Loma's running around this bitch like, I gotta fight Devin Haney right now. If I don't fight him right now, then I don't want the fight. Like, it ain't like there's no pressure on Bob Arum to try to make the fight right now. There's no pressure on him, bro. He get the double dip, 2 for 1. One easy fight, one difficult fight. I make money off Devin Haney twice. Win, lose, or draw. Because I know he gonna win the first. So yeah, bro, Haney saying that these reporters is capping and shit. Well, his father just contradicted all that shit yesterday morning on the Boxing Voice. I suggest y'all go check it out. Kambosos and Lou DiBella are directly contradicting that by invoking a rematch clause. And the business of boxing is contradicting that when you look at what makes sense and what don't make sense, bro. It is what it is. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, bro. Y'all be sure to smash the like button on your way out. This been another video from your boy Knockout. I will be live tonight at 7:30 p.m. Breaking down the fights and predicting the fights for this upcoming weekend. Thank you so much to everyone that tuned in, man. It's been a great video, a great little short stream. Y'all be sure to smash the like button on your way out of here. Everybody that's watching the playback, smash the like button. But thank you guys so much for watching. We on the mend, man. We'll hopefully be back to shooting our regular videos next week. But anyway, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you to Jay Grant Jr., J.A. Dixon, Teach, Just Do Boxing, Delano Cavins, my brother Bole, King D, Kirk McCall, King David. Let me see here. Who else? Emmanuel Pettigrew, Kurt Douglas, Lockefeller, I Carmen 123, man, and everybody that showed up and showed out and hung out with your boy for this short video, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.